When did strict parenting totally backfire? My mother believed children needed structure like plants needed sunlight. Every minute of my day was scheduled, monitored, and evaluated. Wake up at 6 a.m. sharp, 30 minutes for hygiene and dressing. Breakfast lasted exactly 15 minutes. No conversation allowed during meals because proper digestion requires focus. School pickup meant immediate interrogation. What did you learn? Who did you speak with? Did you maintain proper posture during classes? She'd record my answers in a leather notebook, cross-referencing them with teachers' weekly reports she demanded via email. Homework began at 4 p.m. in the dining room where she could supervise. No music, no snacks, no bathroom breaks without permission. Dinner was served at 6:30 with educational documentaries playing on the kitchen television. Bedtime was 8 p.m., lights out, no exceptions. Friends weren't allowed unless she conducted background checks on their families. She'd call their parents, requesting detailed information about household rules, academic performance, and disciplinary methods. Most kids stopped inviting me places after their parents dealt with her interrogations. Excellence requires sacrifice. She'd lecture while reviewing my daily performance charts. Mediocre children become mediocre adults. By age 14, I was a perfectly programmed robot. Straight A's, flawless behavior, zero social life. But I was also becoming something she hadn't anticipated. Extremely observant and strategically minded. I noticed everything. How she hid wine bottles behind the laundry detergent. How she'd disappear for hours claiming errands but returning with no purchases. How she'd whisper angrily into her phone when she thought I was sleeping, arguing with someone named Garrett about money and promises. The surveillance worked both ways. I started documenting her behavior with the same methodical precision she used on me. Times she returned home, unusual phone calls, the expensive jewelry that appeared and disappeared from her dresser, the credit card statements I photographed when she left them on the counter. The breaking point came during my sophomore year. She announced I'd attend summer academic camp instead of the art program I'd secretly applied for and been accepted to. Art is a hobby, not a career path, she declared. You'll study advanced mathematics and science. No discussion. That night, I assembled my evidence into a neat folder and waited. At breakfast, I placed the folder beside her coffee cup. "What's this?" she asked, barely glancing up from her own scheduled morning routine. "Documentation," I said calmly. "Like you taught me." She opened it and found photographs of her meeting Garrett at hotels, bank statements showing money transferred to accounts Dad didn't know about, screenshots of texts discussing their weekend trips while she claimed to be visiting her sister. Her face went completely white. "How did you? You taught me to be thorough," I interrupted. "To gather evidence, to plan ahead, to never act without leverage." I pulled out my acceptance letter to art camp. New arrangement. I'm going to art camp. You're going to stop micromanaging my life, and we're both going to pretend this conversation never happened. She stared at the photos, hands trembling slightly. "Unless you'd prefer I share these with Dad. I've learned filing systems are very important for organization. For the first time in 15 years, my mother had nothing to say. I went to art camp that summer, made friends, learned that structure was useful, but freedom was essential. When I returned, our house rules had mysteriously relaxed. Now I'm in college studying both art and business management. Mom and I talk every week. She asks about my classes and friends. Sometimes she admits she was too controlling. "I thought I was protecting you," she said during our last call. "You were," I replied. "You taught me exactly how to protect myself." The best lesson she ever gave me was showing me that everyone has secrets worth guarding.